Let's keep things moving.
All right.
We got our popcorn
Yes.
here. Yes. So it's time to go to the movies in our Malco Movie Minute. That's right. We've got quite a few movies to show you today. Starting off with a kids' TV show hitting the big screen. Grab your backpacks and let's go see Dora, the Lost City of Gold. Having spent most of her life exploring the jungle with her parents, nothing could prepare Dora, played by Isabella Moner, for her most dangerous adventure ever. High school. That can be scary, right?
That is terrifying.
Yes.
Yes, place to be. Yeah.
She leads her best friend Boots, cousin Diego, and a ragtag group of teens on a live-action adventure to save her parents and solve the impossible mystery behind a lost city of gold. This film rated PG. Now, I know that my kids grew up on Dora and Diego, so they're excited to see this live-action version. Has Harper got into Dora yet?
You know, she's only 3, so I think she's missed the kind of the window for Dora.
Yeah.
So we're not quite into it yet. But this is cool that, you know, maybe once she's a little, I'm not sure what the age group, the target age group is, but
well, this one, the movie, this looks like it's more for teens than it is for the little ones.
So she could get into the Dora the cartoon and then watch this,
and
you know?
straight into it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Great.
Great family fun at the box office this weekend. Up next, based on the best-selling novel by Garth Stein, The Art of Racing in the Rain, is a heartfelt tale narrated by a witty and philosophical dog named Enzo, and the dog's voiced by Kevin Costner. Through his bond with his owner, an aspiring Formula One race car driver, Enzo has gained tremendous insight into the human condition and understands that the techniques needed on the racetrack can also be used to successfully navigate the journey of life. The film stars Milo Ventimiglia and Amanda Seyfried. It's rated PG also. So. Yeah.
That was deep where you just went. That was, wow. The dog understands, what?
I know. The dog understands human life.
Wow. And is going to try and help his owners navigate life on the racetrack and life.
And life. And it's voiced by Kevin Costner, so like I would take advice.
Wow,
you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if you build it, they will come.
And dog movies just...
Right here. They get you in the
right in the
fields. Yes. In the kitchen, we're going to see comedians Melissa McCarthy and Tiffany Haddish get serious. Now, this story follows 3 1978 Hell's Kitchen housewives whose mobster husbands are sent to prison by the FBI. The ladies quickly learn they have to take things into their own hands, including running the rackets, taking out the competition. Literally, the kitchen also stars The Handmaid's Tale, Elizabeth Moss. That one's rated R. It looks good.
Interesting.
Hard-hitting.
Yes. I love a good crime movie.
Good crime movie?
Yeah, I'm into that
I think they could also maybe use a dog giving them advice. I don't know.
Yes. Where's the dog?
Where's the dog in that
wise
one?
dog.
Yes. Everybody needs a wise dog, you know?
Absolutely. My dog is pretty wise.
You think you got a wise dog?
Yeah, she's pretty, she's got it figured out.
What's some advice that your dog has given you? Take me outside?
Yes. And to love her unconditionally all the time.
Yes.
She always wants attention. She's very needy.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Sounds like me. Here's one for the grown-ups inspired by one of the most terrifying children's book series of all time. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark follows a group of young teens who must solve the mystery surrounding sudden deaths in their small town. Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That's rated PG-13. Yeah.
Wow. Ooh, I like that too. I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to scary movies, but I also like them at this, you know how you kind of like to be scared, but
I do.
But
it's also,
you also don't?
Yes, same. So this looks like, man, there's a lot of new offerings at the box office this weekend. Family-friendly stuff, comedies, serious dramas, and also, you know, a hard-hitting scary movie.
And I gotta say, The Lion King, I hadn't been in the movie theater in a long time. We just took my daughter a couple of weeks ago to see the new Lion King. It was really good. Yeah. Really good. I'm a little partial to the original just because that's what I grew up with, being familiar with, but really good.
Yes.